Boom! Welcome to another episode of This Talk Ain't Cheap. It's your boy Preacher Man. Man, we got a good one for you today, man. We're going to talk about Sonya Massey, man. I got to get this one off my chest, man. I canceled all the other episodes just to get this one off, man. So look, so what I want y'all to do, go like, subscribe, follow, and share the YouTube channel if you can. This Talk Ain't Cheap. Let's go. I don't think they're really ready for this. Preacher Man, this talk ain't cheap, where all opinions matter. Oh yeah, it's go time. Let's go. Yo, what's the word, man? Listen, man, we got a good one on for today. Man, we're going to get on this topic, man. We're going to talk about Sonya Massey, man, because I feel like if we don't stick together on this, man, it's going to get swept under the rug, man, and the rightful justice is not going to be served. So we all stand together, man, to be the voice of the voices behind this, man. Listen, because that was a heinous attack, man. That was disgusting. It was wrong. And it just continued to keep happening in our communities and all around the world. So we're gonna get down into this thing, man. I got an interviewer that I chopped it up with that put her intake in on this. And I just wanted to start this off by saying, man, like this thing is going to continue to keep happening, man. Like, I don't know what's going on in these police districts or whatever. I don't know what's going on. But me personally, I believe that it's something that can happen, that can change all of this, to change the whole trajectory and the narrative behind how the police view us. But it's not really a us thing right now. I don't want to really talk about a us thing or make this a race thing, but I really want to talk about the police. Yes, I really want to talk about the police. Like, you have Bloods, you have Crips, you have Vice Lords, you have GDs, BDs, and then you have the police. Police is the biggest gang out here. Man, listen, let me tell you, police is the biggest gang out here, man. Like, you know how we used to just, I remember how I used to just stand on the block a long time ago when I was out there in the streets. Man, I remember how I used to stand on the block and just watch my enemy drive past. And just, if the enemy pull up behind me at a red light, I get to feel some type of way, get antsy. That's how a lot of us feel about the police right now, man. Like I said, you got all these different type of gangs and all these different colors. You got red, you got blue, you got black, you got all these different colors, but then you got the red, white, and blues. Like, they are a gang to me, you know? And it's a whole story behind kind of why I feel the way I feel about the police, even on the side of this whole story with Sonya Massey, man. You know, like, this guy literally went to this woman's house, man, and shot her, killed her. And from what I've heard, he unloaded like 6 rounds to her head, man. That's unacceptable. And like I said, I think it's something that needs to be discussed. I think it's a topic that cannot be swept under the rug, even after justice is served. This cannot be swept under the rug. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tap in. I'm gonna let my interviewer. I got a recording of an interviewer that I interviewed the other day, and I want y'all to get her take on this. Let's get this started. So this whole thing with Sonya being assassinated by police. Just get a viewers. What is your input, or like, what is your take on, how do you feel? Just speak how you feel about this whole situation. However you feel. No wrong. No, there's no such thing as a wrong answer, and all opinions matter. How do you feel about this situation?
Well, first, thank you for having me. I definitely, this isn't anything new. The police have been doing this.
Facts.
And it's very unfortunate. We want to believe that they're here to protect and serve, but I think we've been shown time and time again that that's not what they're here for. I've been watching a lot of videos, and the funny thing, you would think that, of course, more people of our color are being harassed by the police and being assassinated, as you stated, by the police, murdered. But there is some Caucasian people too, and you want to believe that like not all white people feel the way of like probably the majority of white people do, you know. Mm-hmm. And so that's one thing. Like you see, I've seen some videos where they're being harassed too, and they have to, you know, defend themselves, because the crazy thing, you want to believe that you have rights, mm-hmm. but do we really? Like, do we really?
You better say that.
You know, because it almost doesn't matter what you do. And the thing that really, 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 really is disturbing to me is like it doesn't matter. Like, how do you call for help and end up being the one getting murdered?
Listen, check this out. How do you call for help and end up being the one that's murdered by the help? How do you call for help but then end up being murdered by the help? Just don't make sense. It just don't add up to me. It's disgusting. It just don't add up to me. Like, it really don't. It don't, not one bit. Not one bit.
And I want to be able to like look more into this, but it just gets so depressing. It gets so draining because it's the same thing over and over. And it's like, are they deliberately doing this? Like, what did you really do to deserve this? And I've heard you never know what the truth is unless you're actually in the situation. We get the media telling us what they want us to know. You know, we get they take what people say and then pick out the parts that they want to pick out. It's not the whole truth. So we don't get to know everything. We don't know if, you know, something happened, because I heard a story that like, you know, we've come to find that she was like on meds for her mental health. And apparently something happened where like that police officer is related to somebody who was offended by her. And that's like,
they said she was. He said he was. His fiance worked 8 minutes away from where she went got treatment from.
And what do that have to do with anything?
Now, don't get me wrong. I definitely heard this. I heard that like his wife or the officer's wife or fiance or something like that worked 8 minutes away from Sonia Massey's house. And I also heard that earlier that day she was treated at that hospital where the officer wife works. So like I'm not trying to create a conspiracy or anything like that, because it's not really, that's not what I'm here for. What I'm here for is to talk about what made you go to this woman's house, walk into her front door, treat her like a suspect, and shoot her over a pot of hot water. Like, we just have to be discussed. We got folks like George Floyd, man, that was, no matter what this man did, man, he did not deserve to die like that. Like, okay, you can't stop when a good Lord calls you home. You can't stop it. But to just heinously just choke somebody with your knee on the concrete is crazy. To shoot a woman in the head because of some hot water, this got to be talked about, man. This cannot get swept under the rug. I'm sorry. It can't.
But how do the paths get crossed where something happens where the fiance come home like, this lady did this and I want you to take care of her? Like, what?
Sounds about right. Here's
her address. Here's her address.
Like, and the crazy thing, like you have to have so much training for like anything else in the world. But if you want to be a police officer, here you go. Here's your gun. Here's your badge. Go out.
See, and I'm glad that Alex made that point, because the crazy part about it is this is what I strongly believe. I strongly believe that all police, before they sign the papers or whatever, put their hand in the air and swear and pledge themselves in, I believe there should be a strong, lengthy mental evaluation before they are officially part of the force. Because a lot of these officers, man, battle with a lot of mental issues, man. And you give them the gun, you give them the badge, and next thing you know, man, they either have a moment while they pulling you over, or just anything can happen. I believe there should be a mental evaluation that takes place before they are sworn in and everything. I honestly believe that, and we pay the police, like we work to pay the police. I believe that we should be able to say something like, let's get counselors and therapists at these stations and at these jails, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I honestly believe, like, way before, see, they'll go through therapy after they shoot you. They'll go through counseling after they shoot you. But the thing is, why couldn't this counseling take place before he shot you? Why this? I just don't get it. Like, this, it's disgusting, man. And I'm not gonna play the video of Sonya Massey being assassinated. I'm not gonna play that on my platform, because I'm not gonna remind the world about this. But we are gonna talk about this, because, like I said, no matter how much justice is served, we have to take a stand. We have to take a stand. And I honestly just believe that if we stood as a unit, man, we can make a change. But we're gonna get deeper into this interview, because Alex actually said some very good things in this. We're gonna get back into this. Just listen to her.
There and kill as many people. I don't want to say the word that I really wanted to say. As many people of color as you can, you know. Like, that's what you almost feel like the training consists of.
Yeah.
And the most interesting thing to me is she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Like, she was
had the pause on there. Y'all know I'm a pastor. Listen, this man, and I'm not gonna go too deep into this. Because it's a lot that I really picked up on at that time. But I just want to just pinpoint the fact that she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And the other officer asked her, what did you say? And she said it again. And when she said it again, the officer told her, you better not, or I'm going to shoot you in your bleeping face. This is exactly what he told her after she rebuked him in the name of Jesus. You better not, or I'm going to shoot you in your bleeping face. And unfortunately, that's exactly what he did. It's so much that I could say about that, definitely being a man of God, man, but we're going to keep this neutral. There's so much that I could say about that. Oh, that's just filthy, man. Let's go.
Wasn't even holding the pot. That's like, what? How are you threatened by a pot of water and you got a whole gun? You got a whole, and even if you felt threatened, you got a taser that you could have used that wouldn't have killed her.
What did it believe when she said sorry?
Like,
this woman said sorry,
and she still died. Like, it took, like, you got so mad that.
Listen, that's another thing that did it for me. After she rebuked him in the name of Jesus, she said sorry, and then literally put her hands in the air with what seems to be, well, what was, not seems to be, let's not water it down, an oven mitt, 2 oven mitts, because he just instructed her to take a hot pot off the stove. So she proceeded to grab 2 oven mitts and do what she was instructed to do. Man, this officer instructed her into her own assassination, man. He knew what he was finna get ready and do when he came in there, and he did what he came to do. It's just disgusting to me. Like, and I'm not gonna say all officers are bad. I'm not gonna even do the police force like that. I'm not gonna say that all officers are bad, because they're not. You got some good ones out there. We're gonna go into story time in a minute, because I got a story that's gonna blow y'all mind that y'all will never believe about Preacher Man. Can you hear me? Watch this. I'm gonna show y'all something.
The devil, the demon that's in you, got so mad for her rebuking you in the name of Jesus that you had to go and kill her.
That's another
note. What? Like, that just go to show how evil people can be. Like,
I don't know how true this is, but I was watching a lady that said the officer actually emptied 6 rounds into her head.
6
rounds. You shot someone.
Matter of fact, let me correct this. I saw the son at like a press conference or something like that. To be honest, I saw the son at a press conference that said that the officer emptied 6 rounds into her head. And then check this out. Allegedly, Sonya Massey told her daughter that she knew how she was going to die. She knew that this man was going to kill her, or she knew that somebody that he was affiliated with was going to kill her. It's like I said, I'm not going to play none of the stuff that's online on this platform, but go look it up for yourself. Preacher Man, go try Preacher Man and see for yourself. It's some things that need to be uncovered and unwrapped about this, because this woman already was kind of sort of fearing for her life before the incident even took place. And this was spoken by her daughter, I think it is, that said Sonya Massey knew something was going to happen to her. And they say that's mental illness, right? That's on another note too. We're gonna talk about that too, because I'm so tired of people watering down mental illness, man. Y'all, it's people out here, man, that took the mental health world and just built a whole community of people and just stamped us as not normal. First off, what is normal? That's what I want to know. They say, oh, Sonya Massey, when I got there, she wasn't acting normal. Tell me what is normal. Tell me what is normal. What do you think normal is? Let's get back into this. This is gonna get gut.
6 times in her head.
And for what?
For what?
For nothing.
And I also heard that this is allegedly. I heard that this thing was a whole setup. As a matter of fact, you sent me something in my inbox.
The police officer said it.
He set it up. He said that I heard that he came to the house and startled her, which activated like her mental health issues. She called the police, and he's the one that answered
because he was right there.
Her, you right there. You answered the call, and you went over there and killed that woman.
Yes. Allegedly, this is what I heard. I heard that the entire thing was set up by the officer. I heard that he went over there, did some stuff in her yard or by her window or whatever, and startled her. She called the police. He's the one that was dispatched to the scene. Yes, the same officer that killed Sonya Massey is the one who startled her and caused her to call the police. Her not knowing this, though. He played on her mental illness. When she called the police, the same officer that was in her yard startling her was dispatched to the police call. So when he got there, he killed her. Man, that's premeditated murder, man. And you're supposed to protect and serve? You're supposed to be the one that protect and serve? Man, that's premeditated murder. You're a gangster. That's what you are, a gangster. Let's go. I'm telling you, you got all these different gangs in this world. Like I said, all police are not bad, but you got all these different gangs in the world. And police should be listed on that list of gangs. Let's go.
You got to really think like what is going on that you can't even call the police? Like, I'd rather call my cousin before I call the police for anything. Like, because what are they gonna do? Y'all gonna kill me because I'm afraid somebody trying to break my house? But then it turned out that it was actually you trying to like scare me.
You trying to scare me? I call you to come and protect me. You come into the house and you unload 6 rounds into this.
That's the execution.
Execute straight assassination, man. Like nothing, like there's no excuse for that type of like disgustingness. Like that was disgusting. Like you set the whole thing up. You told her to go and turn the water off.
And then she did it.
And when she did it, you killed her. Then
and they be the ones that be the aggressor. Like they really be antagonizing people to get them to become the aggressor. Like,
Thanks.
like wait a minute, no,
Thanks.
you're not about to use those tactics on me.
Thanks.
Like,
Yeah.
and the even more sad thing is like this is gonna continue to happen until we stand up for
I
ourselves.
just said that.
Like I'm not gonna say anything.
I got a feeling what you thinking though. I want to say it.
y'all got to excuse sis, man. She's gonna get a little radical, man. That's sis though, man. Let's go.
I got a feeling what you
they
thinking.
doing it to us. We gotta fight back at some point, okay?
You know, love these guys, please.
Enough is enough at some point, you know. And if y'all not gonna protect us, who gonna protect us from y'all? Like what? Like so.
So I got another question. Do you believe that that came from an altercation that took place earlier that day, or do you believe that kind of sort of that officer already had his?
Listen, to be 100% truthful, people, I honestly believe this. I honestly believe, like I said, on this Talking Cheap, all opinions matter. And this is my opinion. So, yeah. I honestly believe that wasn't his first time ever interacting with Sonya Massey. I don't believe it. I honestly believe there has been multiple calls, and it's going to come up if it haven't already. I honestly believe that was not the first time that he has had encounters with Sonya Massey. I don't believe it. I honestly believe there's been a few complaints about her. I honestly believe there's been a few phone calls that she called in. But I honestly believe that somewhere in that police station or somewhere in that district where he works, I honestly believe that she was the topic of conversation way before this even took place. I don't believe that night was the first encounter that he had with Sonya Massey. I don't believe it. I believe this thing has been premeditated for a long time. Like, and he finally decided to move on it. Like, I have so many things that I believe about this. Like, I do believe that she went in to seek medical attention, and the guy's wife and Sonya Massey probably had a few chosen words or something like that, and it escalated to her telling her husband, giving Sonya Massey information. He already knew who Sonya Massey was, and he went over there and he did what he did. That's exactly what I believe. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. And on this Talking Cheap, all opinions matter. Let's go.
His radars on her from previous phone calls because of her mental health. You know, she probably done called a few times of some times where she probably had a breakdown and got the tripping in the house or something, and she called, and he done been over there numerous times, and he just preyed on her. Do you think that came from
that's
him?
possible? That's possible. I honestly don't know, because you can't. I don't like to make assumptions because I don't know. You know, like this could definitely be like an ongoing thing. It could have been something where it could be the instance where that was absolutely his first time encountering her. And because he's just such an evil person the fact that, like, how dare you? Like, I feel that it has something to do with racism and her saying, as a black woman or melanated woman, yeah, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Like, no, you can't be rebuking me in the name. That's my Jesus. You know, he's my Jesus. That's what I feel like. That's how he could have felt like.
And I agree strongly on what you said about love. I believe because everything, even from, I believe he used to be bullied when as a kid. Like, what made you the absence of love made you go into this?
I honestly do believe that this officer used to be bullied when he was little. Because here's the thing. This man was kicked off of multiple police forces. Like, he was transferred multiple times for stupid stuff that he did. And you're going to sit here and try to and honestly believe like he, with that gun and that badge, he finally got a sweet taste of authority because as a kid, he was bullied. I really want to dig into his backstory and see exactly everything. Well, I know a few things. I ain't going to dig that deep, but I know a few reasons why he was kicked off the last forces. Dude bogus, like all the way across the board, like planting drugs on people, all types of stuff. Like, dude is literally bogus. And I just feel like this right here with Sonya Massey was just another one of his ways of fulfilling and satisfying his ego and boosting his pride because of what he went through as a kid. But and what you went through as a kid, that don't justify you going in there taking this woman's life. It don't. But we gonna finish getting back into this, man. Like, it's so much that surrounds this. Like, and I gotta go here. I have to go here before I play the video again. I honestly believe that it has a lot to do with the leadership within like the divisions, like within the stations and the districts. I honestly believe that the leadership itself is corrupt. Like, I don't believe like that the chief or whoever he is, the big dog, I don't believe that he's righteous. I believe that all this underhanded stuff that goes on in the thought process, I believe that the big dog, like the big chiefs and the sergeants and stuff like that, I believe they know more than what they let off. Like, I believe, like, I'm trying to figure out how did this guy ended up getting transferred from multiple police districts or whatever. How is he still a police officer if y'all had every right to kick him from the force? Had every reason to kick him from the force. How is he still a police officer? That's because the leadership is corrupt. That's because the leadership, the sergeants and the big people, man, are corrupt. This ain't just something that just happened, man, or it's flying low under the radar in these police districts and stuff, man. Man, these people know about these people. They know just how crazy their teammates are. They don't. I know they be walking around the station cracking all type of little heinous, dirty jokes, all type of stuff. Man, listen, those dirty jokes be real thoughts. And I honestly believe that the leadership itself is corrupt when it comes down to these police, like the districts and stuff like that. Like, I believe there's so many good cops out there that want to speak out about stuff that they know. I believe it's so many good cops that actually want to just step forward and just tell what they know. Because I know for a fact it's the leadership, man. It's the leadership in these police districts and these police stations and these jails. It's the leadership. Because if it was somebody there to speak out, speak out. Like, you trying to tell me this man, he ain't did nothing crazy in front of you that made you question his integrity? I'm talking about the leaders of the police forces. This man ain't did nothing that just made you question his integrity, even though he was kicked off 3 different forces. Come on, man. Let's be real. Let's be real. Come on now. Police, come on now.
This is what made you go into this woman's house.
What made you?
Man, you came on assignment.
On assignment.
Yeah.
You came into this lady's house, the absence of love. Because if you had any type of love for your fellow brethren, man, you wouldn't even came over there on that. Man, you walked into this woman's house and you killed this woman.
Cold-blooded.
You got her kids.
You heard what you said, though? You was on assignment. that's another part of it. Somebody that could just be their training. Like, it doesn't matter what it say, like on the outside, like you're gonna come, you have to do this, and that, but really at the core of it, you're just gonna be murdering people. That's all we want you to do is murder people, because they know who we are.
And listen to this. Did you hear what she just said? She's not the only person with that mindset. It's so many people in the world with that mindset that they believe that the police assignment is to murder us. But it's so many people in the world that think that. Like, it's people that's fearful of the police, like when they pull us over. And sometimes I know it's wrong for us to be in the car like fidgety and moving and all of this stuff, but you got to think about this, man. I'm not saying it's okay, and I'm not justifying a civilian opening fire on a police officer. But what gives you the right to walk up already with your hand on your gun? You already trying to neutralize a threat that you don't even know nothing about. And then you skip past your pepper spray, you skip past the taser, and you go straight to this 40 Smith & Wesson that you got, police edition or whatever it is. You go straight to that. It's backwards, man. Like, it's backwards. Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand. And Alex is not the only one that feel like, man, y'all are trained to kill us. Do I feel like that? I don't necessarily believe that they are trained to kill us, but I honestly believe that the leadership of the police district or something like that tells, before they go out and protect and serve, I believe they are told to do what you have to do. I believe that's a call from the higher ups. If you have to do what you have to do, do it. That's crazy. Let's go.
They know who we are, and they don't want us to be any more. They don't want us to come into power like we're supposed to be. And that, again, is another show. So I'm not going to get too deep into that. But
that's actually be a good topic. That's a good topic.
For sure.
It couldn't have had nothing to do. Like, he couldn't have never met her a day in his life. Couldn't have never had. And all it was when you get there, you know what to do. That's probably what they say every time they send it.
Get there and tell them, do what you got to do. If things get a little sticky, do what you have to do. So what he did was he made the situation sticky. Go over there and get the pot off the stove. The minute she went over there, got the pot off the stove, you shoot her in the head. I never knew. I mean, come on, man.
They look and they say, oh, they black. You know what to do. You know what to do. Like, come on. Like, it's argument. Different scenarios. Like, we honestly never will really know. But, like, when are we going to get fed up with it? Like, me, I can't do too much right now because I'm pregnant. But
but what do we do as a unit, as a whole, like, to combat against that type of heinous activity? Like, what do we do? Like, how do we bring peace into such a chaotic situation when it comes down to civilians and the police? Like, where do we put the chink in the armor at? Like, where do we stop it? Like, how do we stop this?
I feel like we said it already, you know, like, if our people came together and showed more love to each other too, that'd be a great place to start. You know, the whole point is to keep us separated, to keep us divided, to keep us at odds with each other.
True.
So that we don't be like, you know what, let's come together, let's really do something about it. Because the easy answer is to return fire. That's the
we don't do that though.
But I feel like that's also like the easy way out, you know, because we can say, like, if we came together as melanated people and we stopped giving our money to these big corporations and take all our money out the bank and prepare ourselves to be able to barter with each other, if we have community with ourselves, they won't have no reason. Like, then it might create another problem, you know, but that's just them because they're gonna feel like, what are they doing? They don't need a city board. Like, they should.
I got one more good question. So, as far as like the whole situation that took place, I honestly do believe that could happen to anybody.
And could.
Absolutely.
It could have happened to anybody. But because I've dealt with like mental health issues and stuff like that. I'm falsely diagnosed, deemed as crazy, whatever, who cares? Do you think people should stop? Because I think a lot of people take mental health and water it down to where they use it as an excuse for other people's actions.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think.
Yep.
Because a lot of people keep saying like, "Oh, her mental health is her mental health." What does that have to do with her being murdered?
Nothing.
By the police. Whether she had a schizo episode or whatever.
That is when she should have been showed the most love and compassion.
Truth. Listen, I have to be the voice of the voiceless on this one. Because it's a lot of folks out here, man, that water down like others with like mental health issues. I'm talking about from something down from anxiety all the way up to suicidal thoughts. Like, they try their best to exile those with mental health issues. And then once things begin to escalate, they blame it on the person with the mental issues. No, I honestly believe that the person that claims that they're normal is at fault when the mental health, when the person that is suffering from mental health issues are not helped. It's your fault. It's their fault. Like, go and help them people, man. Like, to be honest, let Preacher Man be transparent real quick. And Preacher Man, keep it a buck real quick. Man, I've been false diagnosed with some of everything. I'm not gonna even lie. I don't know if some of it was false, but no, but look, I've been false diagnosed with a lot of stuff. And I'm going to tell you something, man. It's a cold, cold world out here, man, for people that's diagnosed with mental issues. It is a cold, very, very, very cold world out here, man. Like, they treat people with mental illnesses, man, like they're from other planets. I'm not going to even lie, man. I'm not going to even lie. They do. I done seen people with mental illnesses get bullied. I done seen people with mental health issues get assaulted. I done seen people with mental health issues get just humiliated out there in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is the thing with Sonya Massey. Check this out. They keep trying to push this in our face and feed us this narrative that she was having a mental health episode. So what if she didn't deserve to die, bro? Like, no matter what, she could have been in there hanging off the ceiling and screaming heart stars, horseshoes, clovers, and balloons for all I cared. Man, listen, somebody's supposed to got in there, man, and helped her. Somebody's supposed to got in there and helped her, man. Like, we live in a world where the normal people have separated themselves from those with mental illnesses. And then the crazy part about it is the workers inside of the field of mental health, they don't even be knowing what they talking about. They don't. Like, I've been evaluated 72 hours. I done been evaluated 30 days. I done been evaluated. They do not. I promise you, I think they diagnose folks off Google. And then I'm going to tell you, once one person find out you have mental health issues, everybody's going to find out. And then they're going to come together and they're going to treat you as if you got fangs, red eyes, and wings like a bat. Like, I don't understand it. And then, like I said, they're trying their best to just paint this narrative that the woman was crazy. Okay, keep putting that in the air, but she's also dead now. So who crazier? The officer that was scared of hot water or the woman that said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus? Who's crazier? I think the man that was scared of the hot water. He sound crazy. Then on his body cam, he's saying all type of stuff. You know why he felt like it was okay for him to say that? Because she was deemed as crazy and everybody already knew what he was capable of. Why do he have a badge? Why do he have a gun? You're going to shoot the woman with the pot, but then y'all going to get this crazy man a gun. I don't understand, man. This world tie their shoes before they put them on. Yeah, for real. Like we live in a world full of people that tie their shoes before they put them on. Everything is just backwards, man. And like I said, like Preacher Man gonna talk, Preacher Man gonna speak. I feel like this was a very, very touchy topic for the world. So I'm gonna kind of be a little bit more respectful, lenient towards Sonya Massey's family. But this officer, he can get it. I'm gonna talk my stuff. Like, dude, I believe he was crazier than Sonya Massey. I believe he had mental issues. I believe he had a schizo episode. I believe when he looked at her, he didn't even see a woman. Like, you didn't even see a human being when you saw her. Man, you slaughtered her like a pig before it goes to the grocery store and be turned into pork chops. That's exactly how you did this woman, man. You slaughtered her. And then told your partner not to go get the med pack. Oh, man. This is so dirty. It's dirty. I forgive you for sure. But this cannot be swept under the rug, man. Because this can happen to anybody. That could have been anybody's mom. That could have been anybody's auntie. That could have been anybody's grandma. That could have been anybody's sister. We're not finna just say, oh, she had a schizo, a depression episode and tweaked out. And it looked like she was leaning towards his way with the pot. No, she wasn't. She put the pot down, put her hands up, and he assassinated her. It's crazy, man.
That is when, if you feel like, and that's, I can relate to. For over 20 years, I lived with depression. I lived with anxiety, you know, and it's unfortunate that a lot of people can't go through like those kind of like epiphanies that you and I have had, where like their life changes, you know.
Yeah.
And it may happen for them, but it just may not be the time right now, you know. And that's the one of the things about life. Everything happens when it's supposed to. We just need to love each other more. You got to understand that everybody is not the same. Some people go through things and they can't handle it how somebody else might have handled it. It may be harder for them to deal with something. So we have to be able to like show them compassion, show them love. Like, medicine isn't always the answer. Like, that just makes things worse.
Facts. Listen, I've experienced the medicine. How we know that was the issue at the time with Sonya Massey? We'll never know. Why? Because he killed her. The thing is, we how we know that she wasn't given the wrong medicine that actually triggered the stuff. I'm not saying mental health issues are not real. What I'm saying is that they should not be just used to justify other people's actions. Y'all trying to justify this man killing her because of her mental health issues. That's wrong. He should have came in there and embraced that woman. He should have came in there and exercised real love. But the thing is, you wanted her dead. Police officer, you wanted her dead. It's crazy. You wanted her dead. I got a story to tell, though. Watch this. Hold on.
My opinion.
Your word.
You know, and there are things that naturally can help you to deal with your mental health. And mental health is so serious. And I love that now we're actually in a time where a lot of melanated people are starting to take it more serious. You know, and they're like, I do need help. I need to figure out a way to positively, productively deal with this so that it's not affecting me in negative ways. And that's one of the beautiful things about like learning. Like you learn that you just have to show people grace. Like love, like love. I feel like the answer to everything is always going to be love. Like
always.
when there's
and Preacher Man loves love. Okay.
There's love, like, and a lot of people, it starts with yourself. A lot of people don't know how to love themselves, you know, and it's so many circumstances, so many like their life, like it's so many things that can account to why you don't love yourself the way you should, but you can't like tear them down because of that. Like you have to show them like you deserve love, like you deserve to feel good. And it sucks. Like they're trying to show us like you don't deserve anything but a bullet to the head. Like what?
6 of them go. 6 bullets. The thing is, I feel like even what they doing with her right now, like I feel like they saw like the whole mental health world. I feel like they took everybody that has mental illnesses and just made a community out of them. Like they separated them, like from the real world. Like you can't, and this is why they trying to stretch the fact that her mental health played an issue of her being murdered.
Because there's so many functioning depressed people out there, so many functioning bipolar people, and they probably don't even take medicine. Like like people that has nothing to do with anything. Like if you are trained to be a police officer and your mission is to protect and serve,
then do it.
Why are you killing us constantly over and over and over again? Why do we not feel like we're being protected and served?
I think the police. I think the police I think they should go through mental evaluations, man, before they are even given the job.
Absolutely.
I believe they should go sit for 72 hours a week and be evaluated for like PTSD already, like or something, like because something up here is. You walk up to so many African Americans, man, are being murdered or assassinated because the officer walked up already paranoid.
Yeah.
Why are you paranoid already? They need to be evaluated, man, before they are given that type of delegated authority. Like you,
I gotta share this. I gotta share this because it's crazy. I want the whole world to know something. There's a backstory behind Preacher Man. There's and it's a reason why I'm riding this Sonya Massey wave, and I'm gonna ride it until justice is served, and I'm gonna ride this wave even after justice is served. But what everybody don't know about Preacher Man is I am an above the knee amputee. And if don't nobody know this story already, my bio will be coming out soon. You're gonna have to catch the full story. But I need everybody to know that the police did this to me. Like, I don't have any revenge in my heart towards the police or anything like that. But I want to tell you the reason why I'm pinpointing this right now is because the night of my car accident when my leg was severed, the police officer, because I was ejected out of the car window, and when the ambulance came, I was stretched out. And my paperwork from the hospital, this officer told them that he was chasing us. And he was not chasing us. He was going in a total opposite direction from the way we were going. Yes, my guy was in the wrong, and he blew through a stop sign. But the officer also was in the wrong. And y'all got to catch my bio story. I'm going to tell you why. Y'all will never believe what this officer was doing at the time when he ran into us at 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Y'all never believe what he was doing. But y'all got to catch the bio for this. But anywho, the police did this to ran into us. I was ejected out the car. My left leg was severed off. And he told them that he was chasing us. And yes, he still works for the force right now. But the only reason why I want to make this clear that he still works for the force right now is because it's something that this officer was doing at the time in his car, going 90 miles an hour, the whole total different direction. Well, we were coming across and he were coming down. We were coming across the intersection and he was coming down the intersection. When we tiptoed through the stop sign, he ran into us. Was he chasing us? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But this, I said all I have to say is police is getting away with a lot of stuff. And this happened to me in 2006. July 19, 2006. Like I said, I want to share with y'all completely, but y'all gonna have to catch the bio for it. And it'll be on YouTube. It'll be on YouTube and all streaming platforms or whatever. I really want y'all to know the backstory of Preacher Man. It's a good one. But yeah, I just feel like these police get away with cold-blooded murder, man. They get away with literally, figuratively, and metaphorically, they're getting away with murder. They're getting away with murder. Okay?
They need to be evaluated and
I agree.
And I believe they should. I believe every morning when they come in for work, I believe they should be given drug tests.
Oh yeah.
Like I believe every morning.
That's another thing. I do believe it. These officers be high. They be high. They be high, man. Tweaking, paranoid. Come in there and nobody knows it. Get right in a police car. Go dip off somewhere. Get even higher. The next thing you know, they pull you over and put a bullet in your head because they said you was moving. No, you were tripping, tweaking. But I honestly believe that they should be tested, drug tested, evaluated every morning before they go out there, get on their motorcycle or get in a car. I believe they should be breathalyzed. I believe blood should be drawn. And I believe that they should go through a small mental evaluation before they start their shift. Before they start their shift. Honestly, because they should be able to diffuse situations, man. They should be able to defuse situations, like critically think, problem solve. It's a lot of officers that go straight to the harness, straight to the holster. Soon as something pop off, bro, you skip past the pepper spray, the nightstick, and the taser. You skip past all of this. And it's on two different sides of the hip. You skip past all of this and go straight for your heat. You could have tased this woman, man. You could have tased her. But instead, you took her from her family. But we got to be honest, man, 2 lives were ruined. 2. And then behind that, multiple lives. Because the children lost their mom. With the officer, his kids, if they even had any kids, he probably had nothing to lose. I don't know, man. I'm not going to let this go. I'm not. Let's go.
Take drugs, because I swear some of these police officers, I'd be like, he got to be high on cocaine right now. Like, he acting like he just did the biggest line before he clocked in. Like, come on, man. Like, you can tell the difference. Y'all ain't smoking weed. Y'all doing something.
No.
Because if y'all would smoke, y'all would be like, you know what? If to write you a ticket, I'm going to give you a warning.
No, I think they'd be a lot more paranoid.
Next time, I'm going to have to give you a ticket. Okay,
no, for real.
You know, like
this is crazy.
What are y'all really doing? Like, the training, it's not enough. They need more training. They need more vigorous training. Like how they do, like how it is to get into like the Secret Service, any government job that's not a police officer. Like, it's way more stuff you have to do. Like
I believe they should be trained. Like, y'all should be trained to mentally combat against fear. Like, I don't think, like, y'all should go through, like, therapy sessions and stuff like that to, like, be taught how to combat against fear. Like, because a lot of times, man, they killing us out of their own perception of what they perceive. Some of them killing us on purpose and just smoking us. But some of them, they walk up to our cars or they come to our doors scared.
Yep, because they think we're bad automatically. But you got to remember, too, that's how they was raised, though. You know, like, if you were raised racist, of course, when you come into a job, like, as a police officer and you encounter black people, already you're going to assume that they're you know, whatever. Like, they're not a good person like me. But then you want to, on the other hand, though, you want to try to like, he's trying to like show them grace, because it's like, I understand your job can probably be traumatic. Like you probably go into situations where you see some like horrific things, like you brought up PTSD, but like that's no reason to take it out on me though, because it wasn't me who did it.
No, for real. But like I said, I'm not gonna let this just get swept under the rug. I'm not gonna let this just die down like that. Like I said, even if justice is served, I don't wish nothing bad upon this officer, but I just want this insanity, this insane behavior to stop. Like now, and you could just go anywhere and just watch this man kill her. I want the whole world to say her name, Sonia Massey, forever. Everybody that's been assassinated by police, I want the world to remember their names, man. For real. I hope y'all like this episode of This Talk Ain't Cheap. Like I said, don't forget to go like, subscribe, share, follow. This Talk Ain't Cheap. Off the flip, we go. I don't think they're really ready for this. Preacher man, this talk ain't cheap. Where all opinions matter. Oh yeah, it's go time.